Welcome to this iTrackLPR instructional video. In this video we're going to show you how to set up Nuuo to receive notifications from the data server. In order to do this, the first step is to set up the notification within the data server. This is done through the data server client. So we will open the data server client and connect to the data server, and we'll then go to notifications, setup, and we have already set up the Nuuo notification which we're going to be using. And this is the one that we have set up. It is this one, Nuuo Takai Bottom, which will send all LPR detections from the LPR cameras at Takai Bottom to Nuuo. So in order to do this, we make sure that the notification is enabled. It's included in the processing, and then we look at the fields for the detection, and we examine the camera name and make sure that it contains Takai Bottom. This will then send all LPR detections from the Takai Bottom cameras, both the LPR in and LPR out cameras, to Nuuo, and we set the listening port to port 4000. We save that and close it, and that is then set up. That's all that we need to do to set up the notifications on the data server side. We'll now go to look and see how to set up Nuuo. Okay, to set up the notifications within Nuuo, we go to General Settings, Metadata Application, and we insert, and we will call this one LPR Takai Bottom. The metadata type is POS, and we select TCP client, and we then enter the IP address of the data server. We can then test the connection, and we can see that the connection test was successful. We now need to set up the tag filter. You can see that there are default tag filters. What we're going to do is import one. So we go to Import, we go to Program Files, iTrackLPR, Nuuo, and then import the iTrackLPR INI file. We can then select the cameras on which the license plate information will be displayed. In this case, we're going to do all the Takai Bottom ones. And we can now say that we want the display of the video not to always be displayed, but to only last for 10 seconds. So now let's have a look at the tag filter and see how that works. So the first thing we can do is we can connect, and it'll say that it's connected successfully. And we can wait for some data to come through, and then disconnect. Here you can see the data that has come through, and what the filtered data looks like after it has come through. And I'll just explain briefly how the filter tags work. The detection tag starts the transaction, and the closing detection tag will end the transaction. Every parameter or field that is passed through from the data server is encapsulated in its own starting and closing tag. So for instance, the plate has a opening and closing tag, the camera name likewise, the B is used for a new line, and the server name has the opening and closing tags as well. This then sets up the notifications to be able to store data inside the metadata within Nuuo. So if we go OK and accept these settings, we will then start to see license plates being displayed. As you can see there, number plates are now being displayed in the 3 camera windows that we selected. That is all that's involved in setting up the iTrackLPR to send through metadata to the Nuuo main console. I hope you found this instructional video useful and informative. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us at info@itracklpr.com.